The Infinity Gauntlet, one of the most powerful artifacts in the Marvel Universe, has passed through the hands of many characters. Some you wouldn't even imagine. With it, the wielder gains such an absurd level of power that they can rival or even surpass cosmic entities like Galactus himself. And in today's video, I'm going to show you some of the characters who have wielded the gauntlet. But I have a challenge for you. The first name on this list will surprise you. Seriously, I doubt you know who it is. And if you do, congratulations, because that proves you're a true comic book expert. At the end, let me know in the comments. Did you already know, or were you caught off guard? Now, let's get to the video. To start off the video, Thanos the Mad Titan. Thanos is, without a doubt, the most iconic wielder of the Infinity Gauntlet, especially after the success of Avengers Infinity War, which cemented his fame even further. The Mad Titan stole the Infinity Stones from the Elders of the universe and fused them into his gauntlet for a dark purpose, to wipe out half of all life in the universe in an attempt to impress the entity Death, with whom he was deeply obsessed. However, his grand act didn't have the effect he desired on Death, but that's a topic for another video. Facing Earth's heroes and powerful cosmic beings, Thanos emerged victorious, establishing himself as the supreme master of the universe. However, his own arrogance led to his downfall, causing him to lose the gauntlet to the next name on our list, the next wielder of the gauntlet, Nebula. After Thanos used the gauntlet's power to erase half of all life in the universe and fend off numerous threats, he went even further, ascending to a state of cosmic existence, temporarily leaving his physical body unprotected. This moment of vulnerability allowed Nebula, who had been brutally tortured and left in a near-dead state by Thanos himself, to seize the opportunity. She ripped the gauntlet from his hand and claimed absolute power for herself. In an impulsive act, Nebula used the gauntlet to reverse all of Thanos' actions. This rash decision created an opening for heroes and other cosmic entities to fight back. Her lack of experience in wielding such a powerful artifact left her disoriented and unable to control it properly. In the midst of the chaos, just like Thanos before her, Nebula ended up losing the gauntlet to the next name on our list, Adam Warlock. Seeking to end the battle for supreme power, Adam Warlock claimed the Infinity Gauntlet for himself, ascending to the status of a divine entity. However, under the guidance of the Living Tribunal, Warlock realized that no being, not even himself, should wield absolute power alone. With this revelation, he decided that the best solution was to divide the power of the Infinity Stones and entrust each one to a worthy guardian, forming the Infinity Watch. The group consisted of 6 members, including Warlock himself, each tasked with protecting one of the stones. Adam Warlock kept the Soul Stone, Gamora received the Time Stone, Drax the Destroyer was given the Power Stone, Moondragon received the Mind Stone, Pip the Troll took possession of the Space Stone, and surprisingly, Thanos himself was entrusted with the Reality Stone. Next on the list, Magus, the dark side of Adam Warlock. Magus orchestrated an incredibly elaborate plan, deceiving not only Earth's heroes but also cosmic entities and even Warlock himself. With his meticulous strategy, he managed to gather the Infinity Stones and claim the gauntlet for himself, believing he had achieved supreme power. However, foreseeing Magus's intentions, Adam Warlock and Thanos devised a countermeasure by creating a fake replica of the Reality Stone. Unaware of the trap, Magus believed he possessed the complete gauntlet, falling into a false sense of omnipotence. When finally confronted, he realized too late that his gauntlet was incomplete. Seizing this moment of vulnerability, Warlock, with the assistance of the cosmic entities Eternity and Infinity, was able to defeat Magus, thwarting his plans for absolute domination. Moving on, we have the Ultimate Universe's Hulk. A more brutal and uncontrollable version of the Hulk managed to get his hands on an incomplete Infinity Gauntlet, one that was missing some of the 6 stones. Even so, the artifact's destructive potential was still immense, making him a serious threat. However, his time wielding the gauntlet was extremely brief. Before Hulk could unleash catastrophic damage, the Ultimates, this universe's version of the Avengers, acted quickly to reclaim the stones and prevent the Green Goliath from triggering chaos. The threat was neutralized before Hulk could fully tap into the gauntlet's power, ensuring the balance of the universe remained intact. Now, not just one, but multiple wielders. The Interdimensional Council of Reeds. In one of the Fantastic Four's adventures, the team encounters the Council of Reed Richards, a secret society made up of Reed Richards from various realities. These Reeds came together to share knowledge, develop advanced technology, and solve cosmic and interdimensional problems, believing that by working together, they could make the multiverse a better place. The Fantastic Four becomes entangled with this group, and Reed Richards from Earth 616 realizes that despite the Council's brilliance and noble intentions, many of the other Reeds had sacrificed their emotional connections and family bonds in pursuit of their goals, something he was unwilling to do. Next, we have Steve Rogers. When the Illuminati discovered the existence of the incursions, catastrophic events that were colliding and destroying entire universes across the multiverse, they realized the gravity of the situation and became desperate. Faced with this crisis, Reed Richards, one of the most intelligent men in the multiverse, proposed using the Infinity Gauntlet as a possible solution to preserve their reality. However, Uatu the Watcher, along with other members of the group, warned that such absolute power should not be wielded by mere mortals. Despite these warnings, the Illuminati decided to test the Gauntlet's power against an incursion. For this task, they entrusted it to the purest and most courageous person they could think of. The captain attempted to use the Gauntlet to push the other universe away. However, the amount of energy required was so immense that the gauntlet literally exploded, fortunately, without harming anyone. Next on the list, Santa Claus. Did you know that Santa Claus himself once asked the Illuminati to lend him the Infinity Gauntlet to help with his arduous mission of delivering presents to all the children in the world? Unbelievable, right? And the most surprising part, they agreed. However, the jolly old man couldn't resist the temptation of absolute power and ended up being corrupted. Before he could cause a real disaster, the Illuminati were forced to intervene and stop him. What if the Silver Surfer wielded the Infinity Gauntlet? This story takes place in the 1993 comic What If. Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer, manages to take the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos, and with absolute power in his hands, undoes all of the Mad Titan's actions. Using the stones, he reconstructs the universe, transforming it into a true paradise, free from suffering and injustice. However, Shalabal, his great love and inspiration, realizes that the power is consuming his essence and convinces him to relinquish the gauntlet before he too succumbs to corruption. Recognizing the danger, Radd concedes and gives up ultimate power. Continuing our list, we have Tony Stark, the villain known as the Hood, infamous for his connection to supernatural forces and for wielding powerful artifacts in the past, began gathering the Infinity Stones scattered across Earth in an attempt to spread chaos and destruction. However, his plan was thwarted by Tony Stark, who managed to retrieve the Infinity Gauntlet before the Hood could fully control its power. Upon claiming the gauntlet, Stark used his vast intellect and mastery of technology to channel its power and defeat the Hood, undoing all the damage he had caused. Next on the list is T'Challa. During the most recent Secret Wars event, where Dr. Doom obtained the power of the Beyonders and declared himself the god of the universe, very few individuals stood a chance against him. That is, unless they had the Infinity Gauntlet. Doctor Strange had secretly gathered the gauntlet and hidden it away, hoping that one day someone would use it to challenge God. That someone turned out to be T'Challa, the Black Panther. When the remaining heroes finally rebelled against Doom, T'Challa found the Infinity Gauntlet and wielded it in battle against the God Emperor. Even with the gauntlet, defeating Doom was no easy task, as his power surpassed even the combined capabilities of the stones. Next on the list is an unexpected wielder, Lockjaw, the telepathic dog. Lockjaw, a giant bulldog with telepathic abilities and teleportation powers, discovered that the Infinity Stones were scattered across the universe while Thanos was searching for them for his own purposes. To prevent the Mad Titan from finding them first, Lockjaw assembled a team of heroic animals, including Throg, the Frog of Thunder, a frog version of Thor; Lockheed, the dragon companion of X-Men's Kitty Pryde; Redwing, the falcon partner of Sam Wilson, Falcon; Hairball, a cat with kinetic explosion powers; Ms. Lion, Aunt May's dog from the classic Spider-Man cartoons. After collecting the stones, Lockjaw attached them to his own collar, creating the Infinity Collar, a canine equivalent of the Infinity Gauntlet. With this ultimate power, Lockjaw confronted and defeated Thanos, preventing the Mad Titan from carrying out his destructive plans. Now, we have our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. In a lighter version of the Infinity Gauntlet saga, aimed at a younger audience, the story took a very different turn from the original. While Thanos was consumed by his destructive megalomania, a certain webhead saw an opportunity and did the unthinkable. He grabbed the Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, Spider-Man managed to wield the most powerful artifact in the universe. With his ever-sharp sense of responsibility, Peter used the power of the stones to undo all the destruction Thanos had caused, bringing back the lives that had been erased. Unlike the traditional version where cosmic heroes handle the problem, here it's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man who saves the day. Next, we have Doom. It all started after a temporary truce with the Fantastic Four and an apparent self-sacrifice to stop the Celestials. But Doom survived and eventually crossed paths with the Council of Reed Richards. There, he not only found the gauntlets, but also discovered imprisoned variants of himself. Inspired, Doom decided to form his own evil council, the Parliament of Doom, gathering villainous versions of himself to spread his dominion across the multiverse. Because if one Doom is already dangerous, imagine several. This one will surprise most people. Darkseid from DC Comics. Yes, you heard that right. During one of the rare crossovers between the Marvel and DC universes, Darkseid did the unthinkable. He got his hands on the Infinity Gauntlet. For a being obsessed with absolute control, it seemed like the perfect artifact to fulfill his plans for domination. However, there was a small problem. The gauntlet only works within the Marvel Universe. Unable to activate the stones, Darkseid quickly realized that, to him, it was nothing more than an oversized glove. With no patience for useless objects, he simply discarded the gauntlet, calling it a complete waste of time. One of the most powerful items in the Marvel Universe, tossed away like garbage by the tyrant of Apocalypse. So, did you enjoy the video? Did we miss anyone on the list? Let us know in the comments.